with your nose bone. You all alone in these.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for New York. They've got Jalen Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. And for the Wizards, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's George. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Sarr in at the center position. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
That free throw good from Brunson. And the Wizards last season with the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Grant, second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, B.A., the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
Both free throws good from Brunson. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Now here's Davis. Shot clock at 5. The baseline J is on the way. Connects. The jumper drops.
I like when Davis knocks down those jumpers. It forces the defense to leave the paint and really spaces the court.
Brunson passes to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Sarr. Over Towns. Sarr misses.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
It's stolen by Hart. And now the Knicks on the break. And Hart throws it down.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Well, if you have an opening, hit that gas pedal, and you will get an easy 2.
Here's George. After the basket by New York on the other end. To stop the run. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Three-pointer Bridges. Counted from distance.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. There's Young with the three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Now here's George. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Davis. There's Young with the three. The rebound by Bridges. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the rejection. Sarr down low. Brunson defending. Davis looking it over. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
Davis resolute with the and one.
And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4, and given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
A new lineup here for New York. That free throw good from Davis. Knicks leading by 10. Alvarado outside. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
The three ball. The Knicks pull it in. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. McBride attacking. He got a piece of it. And they get it back. Here's Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's George. Gets to see a basket. And finished off by Davis.
So effective in screen and rolls. When Davis cuts hard like this, he's capable of getting quality looks.
Alvarado pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Now here's Koulibaly. 1:44 left now in the first quarter. Here's Davis. The shot from the low post is good. And it's 9 points for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
McBride on the wing. Over George. And it's New York scoring again.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
Alvarado with it. Now Sarr defending. Here's Robinson. Missed inside. Wizards trail by 16. Here's Davis. It's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. And it's a completely new group for Washington. New York also changing it up. Towns comes in for Clarkson, and Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Knicks leading by 16. Pass to Shamet. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Second team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
And the first one at the line is good. And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, B.A., this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
The Wizards trail by 18. Outside Carrington. Pass to Champagny. Here's Davis. Robinson defending. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
You can't let Davis get established positioning inside. If he does, you have to foul him.
New shot.
First free throw is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Both free throws good from Davis. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side Brunson. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Towns has gotten his second bucket of the game.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Outside Johnson. Connects on the 17-footer.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Clarkson. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
And so it's the New York Knicks, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want-to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
So here are the five for New York as they start the second. Miles McBride is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. From deep, Johnson. And again, Washington, no good. New York leading by 23. Here's McBride. And again, New York with the triple.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases. Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. Hey, guess what? Mission accomplished.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Washington calls timeout.
Let's direct your attention to the court and make some noise for your Wizards.
And the Wizards making a change here. Young's checked in. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Mikal Bridges checked in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Davis hits.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
Here's Brunson, and it's New York scoring again.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Now here's Young. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Tim, you look at his career rate of assists per game. Trae Young, one of the most prolific passers ever to lace him up.
Yeah, B.A., despite the fact that he's known for shot making, it's his vision that sets him apart, and it's the reason you want the ball in his hands.
And so it's Washington with it after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. And Davis slams it home.
Throw it AD's way, and he'll take care of the rest. A huge alley-oop target for his teammates.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And he's going for the oop here. And Young, here we go. And Davis slams it home.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Shoots over Young. And it's New York scoring again.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now here's Carrington. He's scoreless. Fires from deep. The Knicks pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 15.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Pass to Davis. Oh, and Towns with the block. Here's Brunson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Riley. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. 1:35 left in the first half of this game. Hart throws it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of this one. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Smooth sailing for New York. Lets the 3 fly, and that's good. Jalen Brunson for 3. Brunson's got 20 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Young finds Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 19.
Even facing good defense, Davis can make it look easy.
Pass to Hart. 4-3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Here's Riley. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. No good on the triple. Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace.
I love how he's taking charge out there. Here, offensively, riding the wave.
New York shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. So for Washington, Sars checked in for Davis. Coulibaly comes in for Champagnie. And it's George in for Carrington. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. We've got 22 seconds left in the second period. Now Young. From deep. Doesn't go that time. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Knicks out in front, running away with this one. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. We've got Sarr, Trae Young out there with George. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Koulibaly in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
And for the Wizards, they're shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, BA. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you guys.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Anunoby, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nice pass by Bridges, just keeping his options open out there.
Here's Young. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. Anunoby for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Young finds Davis. Right side, Koulibaly. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, Tim, let's focus on Bilal Koulibaly. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. My goodness.
Man, tremendous tools for a wing defender, BA. He was a late bloomer, and he's still working on his skill level, but if that comes along, watch out.
The first free throw is good. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
One of the better three-point shooting bigs. Towns has great accuracy.
Shot's good. By Sarr.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bridges against George. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Pass to George. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds now. Now here's Anunoby. This one for 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Anunoby's got 11.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Brunson, and the basket is good. Brunson's got 25 points.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Three-pointer, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
On the wing, Davis.
2 minutes.
Can they get it? And the basket good. A bank shot that time. He's got 21.
There is no doubt he's been the dealer for them on offense, but he is going to need some support from his teammates.
Brunson.
Oh, look out!
Wow. With authority.
What an athletic play from Towns. Rising up over the defense to hammer in the alley-oop.
1:41 left in the third quarter. Young from long range. Sinks it from distance. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, if you give him that much room, he's usually going to connect.
They set the screen. Hard with it. Picked up by Koulibaly. Anunoby. Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Here's Davis. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Josh Hart.
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Bridges. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, he hasn't had to carry the entire load tonight, but he can always flip that switch.
And stolen by Brunson. Pass to Hart. Shoots over Davis. And Hart with a basket on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight. The Wizards have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Kicks it to George. The three. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Towns. Guarded by Sarr. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Young from long range. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Brunson outside. Nails it from 3. Brunson's got 28.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Almost had a chance at a 4-point play.
At the line for 3, Koulibaly.
3 shots.
Free throw good. Koulibaly. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. It's stolen by Koulibaly. And so it's New York. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for the Knicks, Jose Alvarado is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Diawara in at the 4-man position. Now here's Johnson. Knocks it down from distance.
A big part of why Johnson went in the top 10, Trey's three-point shooting. I mean, he was NBA ready from day one.
Here's Clarkson. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Johnson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Wow, Johnson wasn't going to let that and one chance go by.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
All right, Tim, let me get your thoughts on this NBA rule change. End of quarter heaves don't count toward a player's 3-point percentage.
I love it. My paycheck directly reflected my shooting percentage. So we've seen players purposely let that thing go a split second after the horn. I think we should encourage guys to try to make that shot.
Nothing better than the false hustle, let it fly after the buzzer went off. Not anymore, though.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Johnson, beyond the arc. Sohan with a rebound. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, it's the biggest reason they have the lead right now. They have just been flat out the more physical team.
Going up with confidence, working to keep the defense honest.
Carrington with it. Outside Davis to halt the run. The rebound by Kolek. The Knicks have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Shoots over Johnson, and it's New York scoring again.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it any time.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Young, he's checked in for Carrington. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And there's the lob, and finished off by Davis.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Outside Anunoby. Launches a 3, and again New York with the triple.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Now here's Johnson. There's Young with the 3. Fires in the triple. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
Blocked! And they get it back. Diawara passes to Brunson. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. Brunson's got 31.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Here's Riley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Riley's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Takes one from 10 feet, and it's New York scoring again. 1:56 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Young. Launches it. And Anunoby pulls it down. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now a timeout called by New York. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. And here's New York now. They're on an 18-7 run, and Anunoby gets it to go.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
Brunson against Young. Left side, Koulibaly. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Brunson.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by Washington. Towns on a screen from 17. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up.
Outside Davis. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Now here's Anunoby. Three-pointer, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sarr misses. Here's New York. Here's Towns. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
A three from the inbound. Gets the three to fall. And it's Washington with the ball. And here's Young. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.